everyone, welcome back to my channel, Paper Therapy with Amy. I have a cut above kit for you today, but it's not the one that's on the front here. And sadly, this kit is no longer available. So it was on sale for just under $10 Canadian, but you get two layouts. And as you can see, I've got it here already, but this is the layout I'm going to do today. I am going to change it up, but yeah, this is my layout that I plan to do today. So without further ado, let me get this out for you. So here is the layout that I'm going to be doing, and then here is the kit pieces. There's also a little sticker sheet. You can see I did a little bit of glittery painting to that one there. So here's the title here, and they're all marked. So this is project 1. I wanted to say it was 2 because the cover, I thought the cover would be 1, but no, this is project 1. So we're going to take all the stuff from project 1 out. So I'm just going to pop all these out. Sometimes you can see the little tabs that hold these little pieces into the backing sheet, and you can just snip those off with the scissors. These ones weren't too bad. I did snip a few, but I didn't have to do very many. This particular layout kit is no longer available, but there were some other ones there that were quite cute, and I will link a few down below, whichever I see that are still available. I only ordered this one on Friday, and it's already sold out, so they do go quick, especially since they are $10 for 2 layouts, and you get some page protectors with that as well. So I'll do my best, and at the time of filming, there's still some there, so hopefully there's some there when I post. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the page here. Let's see if I can tuck this underneath so that you guys can see it too. Let's come down just a little. First of all, I'm going to follow the directions that are on, or just follow the example that's on the paper that I've tucked above here. And we'll see how I want to change it as I go along. I'm definitely going to change things up. I do kind of like when the papers continue from one page to the other. So I'm not going to do that with all of them, but I do want some of them to do that. So I will definitely be changing things around a little bit. But I actually don't like seeing so much of that in the background. So the first thing I'm going to change is I think I'm going to put these tight. And then I see if I put them tight, this is kind of wasted, this whole thing. So let's pull this out of here. And let's put it down here and match kind of the other side. Yeah, I like that it goes across. And I might just do that here to put this one like that as well. So let's try that. I sort of like that they're the same going across. And then I think I'm going to take this one altogether out. I don't love this one. I don't know why. I just don't care for it. Let's go like that. Like that. If I do this, I'll cut this one in half and use some of it somewhere else. And let's see. Oh, this is the one. Do I want to put it there, maybe? Let's see. Okay. And then there's this one that I might put here. So I switched to landscape because my sort of title photo is this one here. I love this sign in the little rental area that they had there, and they had some snacks and stuff too. And I just thought it was just so pretty. When I took that picture, I was like, I'm totally going to scrapbook this picture. Well, I think that often about pictures I take, but that one I was excited about the colors, and it's quite cute. So it takes me a bit to decide how I'm going to arrange the photos on the right-hand side, but I do know that I want this picture of Trunk Bay on the left-hand side as well. I just am not sure about the pink or peachy colored border. At first, I was going to do a bit of overlapping, and eventually I end up with them straight. I went into my stash. I have like an accordion folder with all my smaller pieces, and I found a couple of matching pieces to mat that beautiful Trunk Bay picture in. And I ended up using the navy blue. I don't really know what color is in the background there with the shells on it. It is not sapphire, so it's kind of this darker navy blue. And I liked that one the best around the picture of the beach there. But I was still sort of trying to decide where I was going to put the title. And for some reason, I did not spot that big open space of sand that I could overlap onto until way later. This is the mat for my 4x6 photo. I decided so that my mats would be the exact same color because the peach that I have it does look a tiny bit different. I decided to just gut this out and I could use that as a mat for my other photo. Then I ran out of tape, so I'm just showing you here how simple it is to pop a new tape runner into your Mono Air Touch adhesive. I wanted to double mat this beautiful beach picture. Now I found something that I kind of want to use, and it is some vellum paper. I don't even know where it came from, but it's got all like, what would you call that? Fern, like tropical type ferns. And I thought it might look nice under here just to kind of give it a soft look, soften it a bit. Since this vellum paper is quite subtle against the other paper, I do want to rip the edge just to kind of draw a little bit more attention to it. I want this to be a sort of whimsical page, and I think that the vellum lends itself to kind of a whimsical look. The one thing about vellum is that you need to hide the tape runner or the glue because otherwise it will show through. So you need to put it underneath where you're going to have a picture. For a cohesive look, I'm adding the vellum to the left-hand page and I'm going to overlap the photos like this. I really like the way it looks. In order to not have my adhesive showing through the vellum, I am attaching it on the back and folding it over the top. I also used tape runner behind the photos, but I didn't put any adhesive where you could see through the vellum. This is where I'm deciding to add in those pieces that they gave to add into the striped background. I just kind of chose where I wanted to put them and used the ruler to make sure I was keeping them in line with each other. I know the whole layout doesn't have the strips going all the way across, but I did want to have some strips that kind of continued across. I feel like it makes the layouts belong together more. Before I started filming, I prepared a lot of embellishments that aren't from the kit. I have these 3 little images that I stamped from a stamp of the month from at least a year ago already. And I colored them in with the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers. And I really wanted to use, this is the only sea turtle stamp that I had actually. And I really want to use a sea turtle on this layout because I actually saw a sea turtle, as you can see on the right-hand page. I die cut a bunch of these shells and ocean shapes like the starfish. They were from a card kit that we had last year. And I did color them a little bit with some Spectrum Noir markers to give them some shading. And I went over them with kind of a shiny paint that I have. And I'll show you that at the end of the video. I added some of that shiny paint to the medallion from the sticker sheet as well. St. John's Island in the Virgin Islands is almost all national park. So the national park was where these sea turtles were, and there's many beaches that are national park beaches. And on the other side of the road from the national park is where you can rent things and get food. But that's technically not part of the national park. So we went here and we were told to rent a see-through kayak. So we did rent, it's like plexiglass, and you can just look through the bottom of the kayak and see all the sea creatures underneath you. It's really awesome. I did get one picture of a part of a sea turtle, other than the picture of the sea turtle from above the water. And if you hang tight till the end of the video, I'll show you that picture. It's going to go in a flip-flap. Right now I'm working on making sure elements are being repeated in each cluster. When I created the different elements that I was going to use to decorate this page, I made sure I kind of made 3 of each, or tried to get 3 of each, because I knew for sure I was going to do 3 embellishment clusters. I did do a little bit more. I did some smaller clusters. So there's kind of a triangle on each page, and then kind of a more major triangle between the title, that upper element, and the journaling area there. The little phrases came in the kit, and the kit also had these kind of pink tropical looking leaves, but I decided to leave those out in favor of the little brown ferny or craft colored ferny things that I used instead. Our trip to the Virgin Islands was incredibly beautiful. Like, I'd never been there before. I would say it's very similar to the other Caribbean islands, except for you're technically in the USA or territory of the USA, I believe. Probably people out there that are smarter than me that understand it better. I do want to make a layout that says you're on island time because the people in the Virgin Islands do kind of have one speed, and I don't mean that in a negative way. They just have their own time and they do things in that time. So here is the finished product. You will notice a big change. So what happened was I was realizing when I was about halfway through my embellishment cluster and I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but that I had it over here and I had a big patch of empty sand space here, which was a better place to put a cluster because it's kind of not covering anything up. I realize now, like, I thought about reprinting this picture mirror image, but all the words would have been backwards, which is not too cool. I could have printed this one mirror image, but it wouldn't have really helped me because I needed the embellishments to move here. So anyways, I'm happy with it now, but I did take it completely apart and I didn't want to make you watch that, me rearrange all that, but it's basically the same cluster mirror imaged over here. I changed a little bit down here, I think. So the other thing I wanted to tell you is I used these paints again that if you want to know more about these, then watch my video, my last video that I put up. I will link it after this video, so watch that one. Because I used those paints to make these shells and this starfish kind of pearly. So this one here is this paint here. And then the rest I did with this eggshelly one. So I did these ones all with just the eggshell pearl. And you can kind of see. So this is a picture of Trunk Bay as we were driving along the highway. And then the next beach along the highway is Maho Beach. And that's where we spent our time here. And there's a couple more little clusters. I did do this medallion too. So I'm actually really happy with how it turned out, but I did get a little frustrated there when I realized I was not happy with this edge of the picture covered up. So it's good now, and I'm really happy with the little fences I was able to use because I wasn't sure when I would ever use those, but they actually worked quite good on this layout. And I am going to have a flip flap here because I do have underneath here, I just kind of have it tacked down for the moment. But this is, we had a see-through kayak, and this is the picture I got of the sea turtle from underwater. Like, so close to having a picture of him, but just his little flipper fin. So I'm gonna have that one just underneath there, kind of to remember. But we had a plexiglass kayak. I have a picture of it, but it's not great, so I don't think I'm gonna put it on, or I may put it on the bottom of this flip flap. But yeah, that's the layout, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out now that it's all said and done. And I really like that little bit of pearliness to the shells. Head over to my Instagram or Facebook to check out some still shots. And if you would be so kind, I'd love it if you'd give me that thumbs up that's down below there and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.